We can talk about Craven. Okay, okay. Uh-huh. That's because you don't watch a lot of it. I think I've proven like it's your what you call bad is just like mediocre bad, right? Because you haven't really seen really bad. Like there's some redeeming stuff about it. It's a coherent story. It's coherent. It's there. It's okay. They signed a quarterback. Yes, which backup money. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Up to 21. Guaranteed 10.5 up to 21. Yes. Correct. So I saw something that said what the Giants paid for him, Cleveland thought was too high. Yeah. And they said that this is what the article said. They said that uh Russ is looking to be a multi-year starter on a team, and they weren't willing to tell him he was going to be. They wanted him to be a bridge quarterback, so they wanted to pay bridge quarterback prices for him. So of course, $10 million was a little bit too much for them. But yeah, he was looking for a place that he wanted to be a possibly a multi-year starter. I don't think he picked. He probably didn't pick the right place. Yeah. Uh huh. I don't think we care if we get him for 6 years ago, right? Yeah, which I'm not gonna lie. Every time you see the Giants speak about it, they say Super Bowl winning quarterback Russell Russell Wilson. I'm like, in MetLife Stadium, Eli Manning and Russ. Correct. Yep. So, mhm. Oh, sure. What my thought process behind it is the Giants don't have to reach in the draft. They don't have to trade up to possibly try to get someone. If a quarterback is there at 3, they take a quarterback at 3. Like those picks allow them to pick. I think they want Shador. I think they want Shador. I've heard them talk nothing but positive things about Shador, and I think they know that they can't get Cam. Right? They know they can't get Cam. But I think if Shador is sitting there, they will pick Shador. Uh, yep, 26 days. Everywhere I keep seeing the Titans are asking for too much for that number one spot. And that's why the Giants went and got Russ and what's him. So they're not forced. If they didn't get a quarterback, they would have had to pay whatever Tennessee was asking. They would have been held by the short and curlies. They would have had to do whatever they could. And by picking up Russ, and it allows them to be more cautious. If you go, because like I said, if you went into the year with Russ as your starter, it's an upgrade from last year. So definite upgrade. So I don't think they're upset if they have to go starting with, but they still all everyone in that room still knows that he's not the future, and the future needs to be addressed. And if they can address it with the quarterback because one falls into their lap, I think they will. If one doesn't fall into their lap, I think they're perfectly fine with taking best available. The question for me would be: is it Abdul Carter or is it Travis Hunter? I saw Dayball talking about Travis Hunter glowingly today. But I just think that their draft board is a solid. Being picking where they are and where the mocks have them, they kind of have the pick of the litter. Like they know if I think they know if Shador's available, they're going to pick Shador. If he's not available and Cam is not available, then I think they have their list of people who they want because technically they're picking number one in the draft. If that so I kind of like what the Giants did in the offseason from that standpoint. They had to address the quarterback position. They addressed it. Um, Two people, I would have been leery if we had to go into the year with Jameis as the starter. I was okay. I was okay, but I would have been I would have been leery. But four, four quarters. We've carried, yeah. Hmm. Yep. Yeah. No. Nope. They signed him because they had zero quarterbacks on the roster. Hmm. 6, 6, 7, I think is what they have to be. They have to show improvement. They have to show improvement. You got. I think if they win 2 out of 4 in the division and go and win 5 games outside the division for 7 wins, two in the division because they have to be competitive in the division, right? They have to be. But you're also sitting there with the Super Bowl, the defending Super Bowl champs, and the current defending, not defending, but the NFC East championships. And so I think if just to be competitive in that division says that they're going in the right direction. And I don't think you fire a team going, you don't think you fire the players when they're going in the right direction. Yes. If he'd be a 1 year starter at Texas, which he'd have to be a Heisman candidate. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of ifs in that, but yes. Mhm. You're saying that you pay whatever it takes to get you the quarterback you want. Correct. Mm-hmm. Yep. Uh-huh. They're none. They're none. Uh-huh. Listen, they got someone that's gonna get the ball to Malik Neighbors. And like they were talking about how well Russell Wilson throws the deep ball still, which is still very true. That they That's exactly what Davo said when they asked about him. Davo said he's still a good quarterback. He's like, he can run the ball. He's like, this isn't 2012, 2013 Rush. He's a bit older, so he's a bit slower, but he still gives you that option. He will move with his feet a little bit, just not as quick as he used to be. Uh, Yep. He's not, yeah. Yeah, he's not going to get rattled. He's seen pretty much bad offensive lines. He's yeah, yes, he is. Mhm. So yeah, I'm not upset about it, but I just know that's not this not that's not the future, right? That's not the future, and that's fine because I'm still looking at the future, and Russ is just as a bridge quarterback, and the future needs to be addressed. That was what I said. Was it week 10? I said, listen, the quarterback that I want is currently on the Pittsburgh Steelers roster. I don't care which one you give me. One gives us a quarterback for the future. One gives us a quarterback for a year. So I'm okay with the moves that I've seen so far. We've improved that cornerback position. Our DBs have improved. Uh, offensive line, we've gotten depth. We still need to work on that. I just saw that it's not up to you. First of all, first of all, Evan Neal, you lost the ability for it to be up open for your decision. You play you go where we tell you to go, right? Um, so maybe he's a good guard. Who knows? Don't know. He would not really a guard. But if it works, it works. so so yeah, no. But you well, the thing about it was, I'm gonna be honest with you, they didn't have a better replacement at right tackle. So it's like if you put him in guard, I don't know if right tackle's gonna do anything better. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think he probably would do better at guard because he's not gonna get beat to the right. He's not gonna get he constantly just gets just destroyed just every single time. You got some help. The tackle, there's another grown 300 pounder sitting there. So, but yeah, they did solid things this year, this draft. They made sure they addressed the things they had to. I'm really looking forward to this draft because of the fact that I don't want us to lose any draft picks, which I was really worried about because I think there's a lot of good depth in the second and third round. And I didn't want to lose our second round pick. I did not want to lose that pick. Yep. That's all. Yeah. Yep. Because someone's gonna reach. because someone goes with need because they go need. The Saints, some of those teams, like the Saints, the Raiders, they need a quarterback. And the question is, will they get a Jackson Dart or Milrow in the first round and not and yeah, and mess everything up. And now you're talking about you getting first round talent in the third round just on that. Yep. It would cost because the only teams willing to go up probably are Oakland and the Saints. They're the only, but you think? But even if you get 2 3 years out of him, wouldn't you want the quarterback on the bench? I guess, yeah. Mm-hmm. Car. Yep. But they need a future quarterback. The Colts sitting there with Anthony Richardson, DJ, and the rookie, not happening. Hmm. Still need a quarterback. That for them to move up, it's going to cost them a lot because of where they currently draft at. This their first round pick was what a 17. So it's like so if the Giants were to move up to number one, they'd be technically fighting between themselves. Like who else can move up? Oakland. I think Oakland might. I think Oakland. I don't know if they're sold on Gino. Their strategy had to been something like the Giants. Give us a veteran quarterback, and hopefully we'll try to get our future quarterback. 6-1's not a huge leap. Nope, they're possible. A first in next year, and yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but they could. I mean, yeah, no. Yep. And then they can move up slowly. Yeah. Yeah. Neither here nor there. I know we talk about it, but do you think the Jets are really good with Fields? You don't think they take another quarterback? You don't think they take a young quarterback if they can get their hands on it? Yeah, I don't think so either. But they 3 year, yeah, the 3 year deal says yeah. They've had a good roster. We but he lacks his skill. He makes up for it in heart. It's what you said. Accuracy over the middle. Who? Who's their coach again? Who's their coach again? Ben Johnson? No, Ben Johnson's your quarterback. Your coach. Yes. Aaron Glenn. Mm. Yeah, so we don't know is what we're saying. If anyone could unlock getting unlocked by the defensive coordinator seems really weird. So that would help until they didn't have a coach because they defense stunk the second half. Uh-huh. Listen, I don't like the Jets, so I don't I don't care if he succeeds or not. We didn't have a chance. He was off the market fast. Yeah, we didn't try. I'm glad that we did not fall into this Aaron Rodgers thing. I'm glad we said, you know what, Aaron, you got a day. Okay, you know what? All right, screw you. We're not looking your direction anymore. That made me feel good. Including people on his team. No, it feels like they have some sort of verbal agreement, but nothing has been because the Pittsburgh Steelers doesn't seem like the type of organization that would let him do this to them. Like he doesn't, he just they don't seem like that type of organization. So that's what's so weird about it. So it feels like I said, it feels like there might be a deal. They just are waiting. But it says Rooney, positive signs on Rodgers to the Steelers. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Okay. What else? What else did I see here? Yeah, the 16 teams in favor of the tush push. It's kind of crazy. Okay. Yes. I would listen. I would take that over special teams any day of the week. I don't care how safe you made special teams. Let's just get. Let's just. You're talking about guys now. If you're talking about injuries from like leg injuries, piles happening, people under the piles, yeah, that happens. People get twisted up, knees, but it doesn't. It has not happened on that particular play. But I'll still take that injury over being laid out and concussed because I got completely clocked by someone running full speed at me and launching their helmet into my chest. 3 feet away from, yeah, oh yeah, that was, yeah. Yeah, it's a rugby scrum, which they do with no pads on, right? Because it's not as dangerous as you think it is. It's just not football. Just look, yeah, exactly. Hmm. It's sports. And, and Matt LaFleur is an offensive guy. Like if he thought of a play right now that couldn't be stopped, he would love it. It would, mm, and partially because their center retired. I would say people change it. Hmm. Yep. I I my team sees the Eagles twice a year, and I would think it'd be it's loser talk to just outright ban it because we can't stop it. We can't stop it, so you can't do it. Like, yeah, it's just it. I will say the only argument that I can agree with, it's not entertaining. It's that's the old and whether that's a good argument or valid argument to stop the play is as I'm not saying that, but the only thing I can agree with is it is some of the most it is boring. It is because it almost feels automatic. But it's even more like the quarterback, it's even more than just a quarterback sneak. It's like the thing, it's not just a QB sneak. Like we're not saying ban the QB sneak. And that's another thing about it that it's okay. The defense can't do the same thing. The defense is no longer allowed to push a guy across the line. They took, especially on special teams, they took that away from them. And it used to be illegal for offense to do it. But when they changed the rule, that's what allowed the tush push to happen. So for some people, they're saying, well, you should not be allowed to push another guy forward to move him, but they allow it. And I think that's you can't pull a guy forward, but on defense, I can't push my guy. I can't lift him. I can't do anything, right? But what's the difference? Like I don't like at that point in time, I don't see what the difference is. And I think that's where some people are saying. I've heard that argument where I'm not allowed to push, and they're not banning the QB sneak. They're literally just banning four guys standing behind the quarterback, pushing him that 1 yard. That's really what they want to stop. They tried and it did not work. They can't. if your if your quarterback can bench press, that's the thing. If your quarterback can squat 600 pounds, you can get back there and do a touch push. Yes. Mhm. It- oh, I think it is too, but I think there's an argument in front. Like if you're coming from the well, listen, we can't do that on defense. Like I can't get my biggest guy and just push him into like especially if I could do that on defense. Like imagine that's my counter to the tush push. You get your wedge. I get my wedge with my biggest guys, and we push each other. Right. But I can't do that on defense. I can't even counter that with the same move that you do because it's illegal when I do it. That's the only true argument I can see. But um, he said, "What? You don't know what?" No, like I said, I'm for the tush push. I'm for it. I think it's this play that I think it looks stupid. I hate it. And I think it looks stupid because it works, and the Eagles do it. That's why I hate it. But I don't hate it from a standpoint of bad strategy. I just hate it because the team I hate does it to perfection. Listen. When I'm watching the game, it's 95%. When my team is defending it, it's 95%, maybe 100%. But I'm just saying, you mentioned the Buccaneers. I don't care about them. What about when they play y'all? Well, they play y'all this year. You tell me if you like getting the Eagles play the Bears. Every possession they started off 1-10. They haven't been the monsters in midways in half, yes, half a century. Oh, okay. I don't know if they're back. I don't know if they're back. They- oh man. There was what else? Anything else happen? Anyone oh no. Oh no. Not the coach picture. I mean, I don't know anybody. The same people from last year, I still don't know them. Like that's the thing. You can show me the Saints head coach right now, and I'm like, I don't know what he looks like. Didn't they get a new coach? The Saints? Yeah, they Keenan Allen, the quarterback, the running back. Keenan. Is he? Oh, he is the Saints. I do know what he looks like. Dayball. Look, uh-huh. That's Aaron. The Mark Cuban. I don't think he's a coach. Oh wait. I need this. I gotta find this. Give me the because I can't see it well on your screen. Coach is. I think I got it. I got it. Yeah. Yeah. Need. Oh man, and Andy Reid does love his Hawaiian shirts. um, uh, yep. Ah, I don't know why that guy's so happy. Is that Kellen Moore? Is that Kellen Moore? He looks kind of in the face like Kellen Moore. That's Aaron Glenn. That's Aaron Glenn. Oh, it is him. Mike McDonald, from Tampa Bay. Is that no? Is it Tampa? Is that him? I thought it was what's the name from who used to be in Atlanta? Raheem Morris. That's Ty Bowles? See, my picture is all off. Like I can't see it. Like Ty Bowles was it okay. Mm-hmm. Who is that guy? Who's the Oakland Raiders coach? Oh, they got a new guy. They do got Pete Carroll. There he goes. I see Pete. I see you. Yep, I see Pete. The Indian Colts? The Colts guy? He does. Oh, wait, wait. I just looked up the Colts head coach, and that is not him. The Colts head coach is all the way to the right, third from the left bottom, third from the right bottom. Wait, is that Stan Stitchen is the guy? I think that's Stan. Nope, no, no, wait. No, no. Stan is the guy that's next to who we think I was gonna call him LaFleur. Bucks head coaches. That's him. The guy next to what is yes. Yeah, yep. Shane Steichen. Yep. I don't know. Who's the let me see. I'm going teams that I don't normally look at, which would be the Cardinals would be next. Arizona Cardinals head coach. Oh my God, Jonathan Gannon is the head coach of the I don't know where he's at in this picture. That's man, he's just weird. I don't know any of these. This is crazy. Is yep. They really are. Dan Campbell, you got yep, McVay, Sean Payton above him, Pete Carroll at the bottom, Harbaugh. I don't know. That smile looks horrible. I'm trying to see this picture. D'Amico, is it D'Amico? It is, probably is. Because where's Raheem Morris at now? Is he still in Atlanta? No. So the one all the way to the right? I don't know. I'm looking. Wait, the funny thing is, I'm counting the black head coaches. Aaron Glenn, we know Raheem Morris, we know D'Amico Ryans, we know Todd Bowl. We like it's either Raheem Morris or top because we're missing a black guy. That's why I'm like, that's why I was confused. Cause yeah, that's Aaron Glenn at the bottom. You're right. That is no, I still think that's Raheem Morris and not Todd Bowles. I can't really get a closer picture because he's too swole. Like Todd Bowles isn't that big. I think Todd Bowles is missing out of this picture. No, you're right. It is Todd Bowles. I saw the closer picture of him. See, my picture is not close. Yeah, Yeah, that blue shirt. He's above Aaron Glenn. That blue shirt is horrible. Like the. Mm-hmm. Oh no! Yes, I forgot. I blue shirt. On the top, or second from the right. Schottenheimer. I was like, oh man, where does he coach? Dan Quinn. I forgot he's the coach of the Commanders. This is well, they call, in this article they called it on the bar school or the human fart Mike McCarthy. Not the human fart. Oh man. It's Sean McDermott? It is. It is. Because at one point in time, I probably could have told you all the coaches. And now they change every 3 years. If you get 3 years. So, you used to get 3 years. Now some coaches are getting fired after one every single time. Yep. Yes. They've been around forever too. Yep. Well, it's not everyone hates Matt LaFleur. Yeah, he is. He is in there. I think I saw his picture. They said which one is him. Uh, it would help. It would help. It would definitely help us. The yeah. I need it to be like, do you remember the Pokemon TV show? Who's that head coach? And so it's the human fart, Mike McCarthy. Yes. I know the game you're talking about. My son played it for. Mm-hmm. Oh, Powder Toast Man. Not even- I tell you, I think I've thrown that GIF. No, sir. I don't like it. I do it all the time. It's one of my favorite things. It is. No, sir. I don't like it. No, sir. I don't like it. Nope. It's one of my favorite ones. I remember. Oh, yes. That is their horse. Their generation. Their generation. My horse wasn't depressing. And I didn't watch it. I heard. Not in a while. Yep. They got their guys. I think I'm on that camp with you. he'd be he'd be he'd be an exciting pick. Mm-hmm. That'd be a good pick. This it's here it goes. Cowboys Jones. Cowboys Parsons agree on most issues. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Is contracts discussion about issues? Is this is are they the Senate and the and the Congress? The issue is pay. So what issues are you talking about? Like, there's no issues. Oh, he wants a new quarterback. Well, that's you can't get that, sir. You just like I will tell you this. If I was him, I wouldn't care about the number of years. I care about that guaranteed money. You guys spread it out. Yes. Small, small. Yep. Yep. Exactly. Exactly. I don't get the most issues for. Jones says Parsons called him from Abu Dhabi, set up a meeting, and within the past 2 weeks, the owner of the Pro Bowl have met for 5 or 6 hours. What? Why do I listen? Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have an agent to meet for 5 or 6 hours. I come in to sign the papers, right? I don't need to meet you for 5 to 6 hours. Yes. Mike, you like these numbers? These seem like good numbers. I like. It should be. I don't get this. Why would I meet for 5 to 6 hours on my off day? Like, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm not coming. I'm on vacation. He said he called him from out. Have you ever called your boss on vacation? So I don't believe anything Jones said. This is all a fever dream he had in his sleep. He is very. he saw he saw just a mannequin with a Micah jersey on it at the shopping. So he's like, "Oh yeah, Micah, you want to come in?" he, he does this all the time. You should have seen it when we had the Dak one. He was doing. Yeah, no, that I don't know. I understand they want to keep it low. The only thing they could be talking is like, please don't beat us over the head so much, right? All you can do is ask. Like when you're in that position, all you can do is ask because you don't have the leverage. It's like you're gonna trade him, you're gonna franchise him for the next 14. Like, what are you gonna do? Yep, that's gonna cost a good amount of money. Hmm. This is not beyond. It's not beyond them. We've seen them do that. He's old, and like he needs to do something. If he wanted to do something, he would trade Micah. That would be the splash move that people would hate. People would absolutely hate. But that's a I'm care about the team because signing Micah to this contract makes it dooms the team for what, another 4 years. So mhm. If they had a team, if they had some young talent at some of those other positions that we thought could get the job done, maybe. But making Micah the highest paid non-quarterback on a team when you've got to compete with the Eagles and the Commanders, it doesn't look good for them, right? And now you're going to pay him 30, $40 million a year and come and winning 9, maybe 10 games, maybe 10 games a year during this prime time where you're paying Dak. foolish money, CD, foolish money, and you don't have an offensive line that can block for him. The guy's been the times that he's injured is due to the time that your offensive line stinks. And now this is one of those times. You're losing your all pro, future Hall of Famer Zach Martin to retirement. You don't have any offensive linemen in the cupboard. It's not going to be good for them. And signing Micah to me just is not the move. I know they have to, but they will. They didn't get anybody. Did they? I think they picked up a running back, but it was not a good one. To where they really have problems. Mm. And that'll be if they sign. And if they sign what's his name now, they don't have the 5th year option as an extension. Like, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you sign Mike on 4 years and it's an extensions. And then in 2 years from now, he's probably peak cap numbers. Uh, Give it to offensive lineman, I believe. I believe so. Yeah. Mm-mm. Yep. Offensive tackle, 27 years old. So yeah. hmm The you're getting picks. Yeah, of course. Keep them for 1 year and then deal with it. So yeah. But they're a mess because there's no other team that I know that's a mess because of the owner's inability to get out of his own ass. I would not even to this point, right? Because like the Cowboys can't hire a competent coach because of Jerry Jones. And at some point, they had a very good makeup of a team and was just missing a competent coach, but couldn't get one. And now they're in a position where they don't have enough players because they kicked the can down the road to where they had to pay their guys the most that they could possibly pay them. They had to make Dak the highest paid quarterback. They had to make CeeDee Lamb pretty much the highest paid wide receiver at the time. They're going to have to make Mike all because they refuse to do deals early. They keep saying that they don't want to reset the market. They're always resetting the market. Right. So, and that's all due to the owner general manager. At least Woody Johnson isn't the general manager of the Jets. Don't believe they gave him an F, or don't believe he's the only person to get an F. Like, which, no, we're telling you this. We're informing you on the grade that you received. I don't believe. They love me. They tell me all the time they love me. Hmm. Get a possession. Mhm. And you get the real positive change. Using the this push is the only way to get rules changed. The chain gang is we I think we talked about it. It's not needed. Like adds excitement. It adds excitement. Arbitrary. Hmm. Did he retire? Did he retire? Okay, he retired. Yes, that part. Yes. Mm. No, he played for Jadavian Clowney played for South Carolina. Gamecock, yeah. And that's the kills him and runs it. Yep. The only reason why the chain gang is the chain gang is not, but you need somewhere so on the field that they can see where the first down is at. Right. Yeah. They didn't lose their jobs. Decorations. I'll tear an ACL just standing there. Ah! But we don't get the chain gang that coming out and bringing out the sticks and them measuring it and going like we get it too fast. We get it too fast. We don't need that. The old one, yes. Yep. The robot. Uh huh. I don't remember the name. A real eagle. Okay, a drone. Okay, I'm so. Oh no, that'd be awesome. We need something. It's too right now. It's too fast. Right now, it's too fast. It's like it's too slow. Yeah. Oh yeah. 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 But that takes too long. Yeah, I guess they can. They got to wind the eagle up like the one from Clash of the Titans. It was like a wind up. Oh. Hmm. Yes. Yes. I watched it. It wasn't as bad as it. It's not that bad. Correct. Uh-huh. 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 Okay. That's not how he gets his powers. He gets them from the girl, give him the potion. No, that's not what I don't know. That's not how he gets his. Okay, okay, okay. All right. There's some of that that's absolute trash, like that, right? Yeah, no. What my problem that I have with it is Craven is not a hero, right? Is not a hero. He's a hunter, right? In the comics he is a hunter, like a big game hunter, and he levels up from big game hunting to being a people hunter, right? He becomes like a bounty hunter or an assassin, right? That's what he is. He does have powers. His powers are like he has enhanced strength, he has enhanced hearing, he has enhanced senses, right? Those, yes, those are his powers. No, that's trash. That is that's kind of trash. Yes, I get that. But that's what they did. They took that liberty. That's not the worst. That's not the worst part of the movie, sir. That movie that doesn't make it. There's so many not so bad parts either. Their use, the way they handled Rhino was not bad. It was the probably the best way you can handle a character named Rhino. With besides giving him a rhino suit like in the comic books, they Paul Giamatti from Amazing. It was horrible. But if you're gonna have Rhino in a movie, right? That was the best way I think you could have done it. Until he went full Rhino at the end. Like until that part. But up until that part, he just had tougher skin. He It was like a skin condition that gave him powers, right? So I was like, full Rhino. Full Rhino. That was not smart. That wasn't cool. That wasn't a good choice. It was not a good choice. But the way it was handled up until that point, I thought was decent. I thought the story had it. I thought yes, his name is something Cravenoff is his last name. So yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Correct. That's nope, nope. The Cravenoffs is where the name comes from. No, no, I like I liked him. I liked him. Russell Crowe. I like Russell Crowe. It sounded so. It didn't sound horrible. It did not sound as bad as his Zeus, his Greek accent. It sounded as bad as Greek accent. So I accepted. You see this what I'm going off of? Like I'm going off of. I've heard his Greek accent. That's really bad. No, I comparatively rank them because it's not a zero, right? Like it's better than a three because I've seen three movies and it's better than three. It is. I I rank movies. I rank movies on how willing I am to watch them again. Like I would watch this. I see. I would watch this over watching Madam Web. I'd watch but I think it's better than Madam Web. So if I give Madam Web a three, Craven can't be a three because Madam it's better than Madam Web. It's really bad. But I can't give it a zero. I can't give it a zero. Battlefield Earth exists. Like, like that's one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my entire Battlefield Earth. Oh, see, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Your scale is different than mine. I do. Yes. I, yes. Listen, listen. The problem is because you have not seen those other movies. I could see how you would think it was a bad movie. I, I can see. I can see. I can. So, remember when Craven came out, they pushed it back to December. No, to December because they thought it was going to be good. It came out Christmas time. Sony did. It was supposed to. Yeah, Sony pushed it back to December because they thought it was going to be good. And you know why? Because it was coming out around the same time as Morbius and Madam Web. They probably watched all three of those movies together. Said, "Wait a minute, it is a Sony problem. They make really bad movies, but this movie was the better one out of all those really bad movies." It doesn't. It's yes, I believe it did. It's coherent. The movie's coherent, sir. It's it's not and it's not difficult to follow. It is a coherent movie. It's very simple. Make making him making him a hero is a bad choice. Making Calypso a hero is also a bad choice. He is a hunter. That's what I do. He says it. Well, he says it. He says she goes, "How did you find me from a card?" He says, "I'm a hunter. That's what I do." That was his exact. He didn't have to get any deeper than that. He had to get deeper. He didn't have to get any deeper than it's not. It's not. But it's he's telling you no for some bad. I don't know. I don't know. I googled it. I was like, "Is he supposed to be Mysterio?" And on the internet, it goes, "He is definitely not Mysterio." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I don't quite understand it. All right, all right. So you was clearly watching it with a different eye than I was. I, I didn't get that far. That makes it even better. That makes how does it that makes it even better? See, okay. Mhm. He did. He mimics his dad. No, he doesn't. They do. He does it when he's kids. When he does an impersonation of his father about the hunting. See, yes, turn mobster. Mobs. so so what I did not realize, right? So it made me go into the lore of comic book to see figure out how much of this is true or how much is comic book accurate. Calypso, the name Calypso immediately rang a bell to me. I was like, all right, let me look at it. She is a villain. She's a voodoo priestess in Marvel. Villain, Spider-Man villain. Chameleon which I did not know this, is actually Craven's half brother. Did not know that. Chameleon's a big Spider-Man villain. I did not know he was truly Craven's half brother. So they did okay with that. Um, I didn't. It's not great. I don't deny that, but I just 2 weeks before I saw Craven saw Venom 3, right? That movie is bad. So listen, like I said, I've compared them all the Sony line, and it is one of the better Sony movies. Not calling it good, just one of the better Sony movies. It was Yes, I'm including the Spider Verse that once Marvel got Spider Man, they weren't doing Spider Mans. They've done Venom 1, Venom 2, Venom 3, Morbius, Madam Web, and this. Right? That's six movies, and they're done. No, but Venom got three movies. Half of a good movie. It's half of a good movie. Yes. The second half makes no sense. It's not good. It's not good either. Oh, you gotta see these bad movies to really appreciate an okay movie. See, but you can't get really good movies all the time. Sometimes you get a stinker, or sometimes you get an okay. Like you can't be a 3 or a 9. Your okay movies are probably better than okay. It could be. It might be. Like I said, if you said it's bad, I don't disagree with you. But then I have to know. Like I said, I have to know your scale, right? Because yes, it's not good, right? It's not a good movie, but it's not that bad, which is what I said. It's not bad. It's not. Yes. I put it in that 4 to 7 range. I put it. Oh, it it's it's not because like that. It is. But that's a 4 to me. That's a 4. If but okay's got to be 6, right? Okay, like an okay, a 5.5, a 6, right? And I'm at 4. Three's bad. We already said three's bad. It's closer to bad. It is, but it's closer to bad. It's 4. It's not a 3. It's not a 3. It's there. It could have been better. It could have been better. It could have been worse. It could have been worse. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. If you watch Madam Web, it couldn't have been better. There was no way you gotta watch it. Or watch Morbius. Oh, the worst part of the entire movie in my eyes. The worst part because the whole point was um his toxins shows you what you're most scared of, afraid of. They've never mentioned spiders as his fear at all, at all. It's not like Batman when Batman falls into the well, they kind of give tell you that he's scared of bats and he has to face that fear. Spiders is not mentioned at all. The only don't the only reason for spiders is to tie in with Spider-Man. And that's when I said, all right, this movie is not good. At that point in time, I really almost wanted to cut the movie off. Yeah, they going dead. Mhm. We cool. It was the only reason to put that in there is to tie into Spider-Man. That's the only reason. That's the only reason. Again, the second time, the second, yeah. Uh-huh. It's just yeah. So I didn't care too much about that, right? The, the story was coherent. It went through. It had a begin. Like I'm telling you, you Madam Web doesn't have a story. Like it's really bad. It's one of the worst things I've ever seen. And Morbius is not good either. Right? Like, you gotta watch these. Those are twos and threes. Those are twos and threes. That's how Madam Web is really bad. Yeah, it's really, really bad. And one is really one is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. It's bad. There's nothing redeeming about it. I might be a little too generous then because I don't want to give it a one. Daredevil, the original Daredevil with Ben Affleck is like a two to me. And maybe it's so bad, so bad. Catwoman's also bad. Like there's some bad movies. This it's I'll never watch it. I'll never watch it again. I don't even think I finished it. I think I watched part of it. I was like, this is I can't get through this. Just it's not a good. It's just not good. Sometimes you gotta watch a really bad movie to really appreciate a really good movie. Oh man, there's so many other like as I'm saying, you gotta be able to rank your bad movies. You gotta see a lot of bad movies so you can be like, no, that's not a one, right? It had a coherent story. It made sense. There's some bad parts to it. Yes, there's some really bad parts to it. But it's I've seen worse. I've seen some that made no sense. Right? See, that's what I'm saying. Like that's why for me, like I can't give every movie the same. Like if I'm giving Madam Web a three or two, then it's so much better than Madam Web. I can't give it. My grading scale it might be skewed. It might be, but it's got a lot of stuff in there, and there's some are really bad. The Dragon Ball Z movie is absolutely horrible. The Avatar movie absolutely horrible. The Dragon Ball Z movies are one. There's nothing redeeming about it. The special effects is bad. The makeup is bad. The storyline is bad. They didn't follow any of the script bad. It's a one. M. Night Shyamalan's rendition is probably a two of the last there of Avatar. Yes, that's and Craven's better than that. It's better than it's big. It makes sense. It's decent, right? And it does the source material okay. Like Dare, Daredevil's really bad in my opinion as well. Daredevil. Okay, I'm gonna give. Sorry. Okay, what do you give the original? Not the original. Episode one, Star Wars. Yes, episode one. That's a that's a three to me, and I think Craven is better than that movie. So I can't give Craven a three because yes, episode one is like a three to me. It's really bad. I hate it. And I'm like, okay, I start going over movies that I think are bad, and I start ranking and go, okay, it's better than that, it's better than that, it's better than that. I know it's not good, so the number's never gonna get above a five, right? It's never gonna get above a five. But that's what I'm saying. It's better than those movies. It's okay. Not, it's not okay. It's just not super trash. And, and Keith sees bad movies too. He likes bad movies like me. So I oh. I don't really like them, but I do get an experience out of watching bad movies. Mm, mm. I remember that. John Travolta wasn't just no, no, sorry. Mm. Mm. Okay. Well, I don't think I've ever walked out of a movie because it's an experience. Watching it it's an experience. It's gonna be trash. Mm. Hmm. No, that's your choice. You don't get to see walk. You don't get to get your money back from bad movies. Was it throw up in your seat? No, no, can't give you a refund. Oh, man. No, I've seen a lot of bad movies. I never think I walked out of it. So, so the one thing about Kramer, another part that I thought I was like, all right, you guys are doing too much, is the final scene when Craven is he gets the lion mane and he gets to sit in that chair. That's direct picture of the comic book cover. Like it's a direct picture. And I'm like, all right, guys, now you're doing too much. No, no, not that one. No. Yeah, which just goes against the real character. Like, like the real character. I see. I see. I didn't love it. I didn't love it. Didn't love it. Didn't love it. I just don't know how Sony fumbled the ball so badly. Like there's just like. But I've said it before. Have you played any of the games, the Spider-Man games? Well, Sony owns the studios that makes the games too. They own Insomniac, right? So why don't you just hire the people who write the storylines for their games to make your movie? They obviously know the source material better than you do. Oh, bro, Two, Craven the Hunter two, the sequel. No, they're not. They're not. Oh, Derek, I'm just gonna say this. You need to watch the original Green Lantern movie. I think you're missing something. Your life is missing something, and it is the Green Lantern movie. I know, and as soon as everyone started saying it was bad, you just was like, oh. I'm not gonna subject myself to this. And then 20 years later, you still won't watch it. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. You could, like, there's Saturdays where you're probably sitting around the house going, man, I wish there was something for me to watch. I've watched all my shows. Just put it on. Just throw it on. Hmm. You'd have nothing to worry about that at Green Lantern. But they oh, I think they'll be all right. I think they'll. And this is one of the Green Lanterns. They don't know Parallax yet, so they won't. They. It's okay. They're very similar. They're very similar. Parallax. You really like Green Lantern, though. So that's why you can't wait for the TV show to come out. All of them, basically. Yeah, yeah. Except Kyle. Kyle is the only one that's not. Yeah, yeah. Listen, I just think I think you should just watch it. It's not very good. I'm not gonna deny it's not very good, but I think. All right, that's what you'll be watching with next year when you lose the bet. Listen, I won year one. See this. I won year one. I always pick the Giants. My team won 3 games. Your team won six, right? See, so that's how many games I lose by? Probably 3 games. Oh, see, that's called in the playoffs. It's counting the playoffs. In the regular season, it was closer. I don't believe that. Don't believe it. Don't believe. I don't, I don't think it was. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. I remember I was still in it towards the end of the year. No, the playoffs wasn't it didn't go good. It didn't go well. I'm saying it was 2 wins. So listen, it could have went either way this year. I'm going for the gusto. I'm I picked the Packers too a lot. Right? I don't know about that. I might still do that.